on YouTube. I hope you guys are doing fantastic as always. I figured I would follow up with a little update video regarding vitiligo and to also address all the poor kids in school and I guess adults too that receive bullying because of vitiligo. And I know it's hard to empathize sometimes from vitiligo people looking at, like, for example, I don't have it all over my face anymore, but I used to have vitiligo all over my hands and starting on my face, and big round patches, like almost like a butterfly patch, and I still have it on my foot here. As you can kind of see a small patch here in my groin, and I think I have like a spot on my armpit or something like that. But using ginkgo biloba, like 60 milligram capsules 3 times a day, I think, and wearing a magnetic copper bracelet, I was able to get rid of my vitiligo. In addition to supplementing with vitamin B12, a lot of people are deficient in vitamin B12, also vitamin D. A lot of people with vitiligo have low stomach acid and a gut bacteria imbalance. And so in previous videos, we've talked about like milk kefir, using natural antibiotics like oregano oil that don't kill the good bacteria in your system if you're sick, things like that. So lots of different stuff you can do with like preventative and alternative medicine. It's just hard to remember it all sometimes. But I wanted to talk about bullying and all this other stuff. Gosh, sometimes I hate the world these days because it pisses me off. Like, I'm angry, but deep beyond that, I'm sad and I'm hurt. My feelings are hurt for the people that are being hurt, and I totally empathize for that because I've gone through bullying. And I think the biggest thing people need to realize is that those people don't matter, and their thoughts and actions should not matter either, because look at their mindset. Look at where they are in their life. Do you really value that kind of person's opinion? I feel like those types of people would also be like racist or bigoted or sexist and other stuff. The people that behave and conduct themselves in those ways are usually immature, whether it's a child because they just don't have their frontal lobe developed in bad decision making, or they're immature as an adult and were never taught compassion and kindness and understanding of other people. Either way, those people are not like evolved and where they should be in life to put themselves in the shoes of another person, and to really realize like, hey, vitiligo doesn't matter, or learning disabilities don't really matter, or physical disabilities. I think things that make us different should really be celebrated, right? Because how boring of a world would it be if we were all the same? Yeah. I would go nuts if there were like 6 point whatever billion, or I don't even know what we're up to now, like 8 billion, 9 billion, I don't know, people of Sams everywhere. There's Samanthas everywhere. Like, I would go nuts. There would probably be an uprising. We'd all eat each other to death. And there would be like an insane amount of English bulldogs running around. So the world would be overthrown by English bulldogs. So I think it's hard to set aside those hurtful words, but it comes from a place of not understanding. They don't understand. They think that, something happened to you, where you burned, was an acid bath. And just because we are so conditioned by our culture to see magazines and advertisements where it's beautiful, quote unquote beautiful, because really define beauty, anorexia, people who starve themselves, airbrushed models. And so when we see an individual who is, pigmented or a lack of pigment from vitiligo, people kind of stop in their tracks. And it doesn't always mean that they're viewing you in like a hateful, disgusted way, but like you startled them in a way. And sometimes it's a great opportunity to talk to them and be like, hey, I have vitiligo. It's an autoimmune skin disease. It's what Michael Jackson had and is the reason why he bleached his skin, blah, blah, blah. And kind of create it as an open forum to talk to people about it and educate them. Because the more we bring up awareness, the less scary it is, the less demonized, the less unknown it is, because things that people don't understand, people usually react in fear to. Because look at all the things people don't understand, they're like terrified of. So, which is silly, but that's the way it is. So to this one lady's daughter who was drawing images of like the ugly vitiligo child, and I wish I was pretty, like, gonna make me tear up. It's horrible. I totally get it. People are mean, but they're stupid. Like, you can do so much with your life and you don't have to be limited. Don't let them win. Don't let them win, okay? Like, don't let these people convince you that you are less worthy, that you aren't, good enough, that you aren't pretty. To me, and like if you are interested in dating one day, you don't have to date, but if you want to, and if you're interested in men, like most men find that a confident and intelligent woman is some of the most attractive things that they find about that person. It's not always just physical. So we need to stop as a society and individuals placing so much importance on physical appearances when people are ugly inside. And if you can learn to be compassionate and care about other people and the animals and the environment and do your best and try to be a good person and don't gossip and all that stuff, I think the world would greatly improve. So if you want to work on trying to cure your vitiligo, I totally get it. That's where I was at. And then there's people who love their vitiligo spots, and that is amazing. That's amazing. That's what you need to do. So, yeah, whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to try curing it, I also recommend ordering like a hair analysis test. So you can do five little strands of hair from anywhere in the body, but typically, something closer to the root if you can, as long as they're over an inch long. And the company that I use, and I'm not being paid to say this, but it's www.allergytest.co. And I think it was like $60 or something, but it tells you what deficiencies you have, what like heavy metals you have, things like that. So you want to detox your body, you want to supplement for any of the nutrients that you're actually missing, and then do natural probiotics. So like homemade milk kefir, and it's KEFIR. Oh my God. Homemade stuff is awesome. It'll boost your gut. It'll help you digest better. It helps your stomach acid, like all sorts of stuff that also is linked to vitiligo. So, yeah, so definitely try that out. And yeah, and screw these bullies. It doesn't matter. And if you're in high school, middle school, and elementary school even, you're never going to see these people again. My mom used to always tell me that. I didn't really believe that. I'm like, oh, I'll still remember these people's names. And she's like, you won't. And honestly, there was like a handful of people, which are my friends, who I actually remember or see still or remember their names. The rest of the people, they don't matter. It doesn't matter. So this is temporary, little lady. Once you're out of school, I promise things get easier and you just learn to love and appreciate yourself. Know yourself. Start with that. Know what you like, know what you don't like, radiate out love. Like people can't help but love that. It's contagious and positivity is awesome. Happiness is a practice. Choose to be happy and find the beauty and happiness in each and every day. So I hope that it helps. And this is a really random update for you guys. I'll probably post some more stuff eventually. And a side note, someone asked like what businesses I run in the previous video I just posted maybe a month ago. My milk kefir video, but I run Timeless Media Productions, which is a videography and photography and aerial, like drone stuff, company. And then I run a vacation rental property in Traverse City, Michigan. People usually would say Traverse, but here we say Traverse City, Michigan. So, although we're not Minnesotans, but I don't know, supposedly I have somewhat of a Minnesotan accent. I don't know, I'm a Michigander though. So, and what do I do to find clients? Marketing. Marketing's number one for any business. Marketing is literally number one for any business, product, service, whatever. If you don't have marketing, you don't exist. Even if you have like the best of the best and you have the greatest staff members or whatever, if people don't know you're out there, you don't exist. So I would say marketing is a huge thing. And so for me, the wedding industry, it's probably about 70% of our business. And so we use like the Knot, Wedding Wire, Google Ads, like a bunch of other stuff that we do. So hopefully that touches on that too. I didn't get to read any of the other comments, but I just wanted to send an update and a little motivational shout out to this one woman's daughter. You're amazing. Don't worry. These other people don't matter. One day you will understand this, if not right now, but as you get older, you'll look back and be like, I shouldn't have cared. I shouldn't have cared so much, and I shouldn't have let those people win and get to me and make me feel depressed. Like you were in control of yourself and your emotions. Like 90% of your day is based on your choices, your mindset, and your actions. And about 10% are external things. So say like the school bus is late. You can't control that, but you can control your reaction. If somebody makes fun of you, you can't control that, but you can control how you respond and how you feel about it. So know in your heart, you're beautiful. God loves you. You're awesome. And I wish you the best day ever. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Mwah. Love you much. Bye-bye.